Oh, do. Oh, wait. What do we have over here? I see some shiny cards. Oh, bam! Okay, hey guys, it's Sean from Team Ryko, well, Team FNC. And I am here to talk about some of the most broken cards in the meta so far. Well, right now at least. Those cards would be Mr. Cute Rescue Wabbit, Mr. Lagia, Mr. Levier, in the Inzektor engine in general. And I'll touch up on wind-ups, but I don't have any wind-up good cards, so it's just like... blah, blah, blah. But, obviously, this is post-Order of Chaos, this video, because I have Inzektor cards, and you guys should give me another one of these, and another one of these, because I couldn't find them at the sneak. But, let's get down to business. So right now, in the meta, which also I'm going to be predicting as of right now, Inzektors in Dino Rabbit, I feel, along with the wind-up, obviously, are going to shut plants out and take over, is what I'm going to say. Like, these guys just infect everything and ruin your day. And this guy just, he's cute, but he's deadly at the same time. I know plants are a very good deck, and still are a very good deck, but honestly, with the wind-ups and the Inzektors and the Rabbit, I think everybody will be steering towards playing those more than plants. And I think plants will get hit again, whereas the Inzektors might squeal by on the ban list a little because they just came out and Konami wants to make a ton of money. But the Rabbit deck, let's talk about this first. So in a Rabbit deck, I like to think of this deck as almost the best autopilot deck we have to date. Granted, Inzektors actually do take a little skill to play with. I'll get to that later. So Rabbit, what Rabbit does is he goes, ooh, cool, I'm summon, get removed, get 2 normal monsters, the dinos, and then summon Mr. Lagia. Mr. Lagia is a Solemn Judgment on legs, and he is 2400. So immediately, he's a great threat. Because your opponent has to neg 1 to get rid of him. Well, neg 1 to force the negate, and then use other cards, which could be stopped by Solemn Warning, to get rid of him. This deck mainly is like a Samurai 2.0 deck in the sense that they try to spam their negation dude as fast as possible, and they usually win by summoning multiples, and they summon like Thunder King Ryo and stuff like that. But the downside to this deck is that it can draw really crappy, but most of the time you can play around it. Levier also takes a bit of the blame in this matchup, and also the Inzektor matchup, but in this matchup, it allows Tour Guide to be abusable because everybody knows you just summon Tour Guide, make this, detach, summon this, make another dude. In this deck, as everyone knows, just won the recent YCS, Brighton, I believe it was Ping Zhao. If I pronounced that wrong, my bad. He was playing a Rabbit deck. I watched the finals match he had. Subscribed to Lithium 2300, I think it is. He posted that up. Yeah, and there, 8 of the top 16 and 3 of the top 4 were Rabbit decks, which showed the power of this deck. Because plants have a hard time dealing with the Dolka and the Lagia because they've gone to more of a slow playing style, in my opinion, where a lot of their normal summons and their spell cards decide the fate of them. But honestly, this Rabbit matchup allows for, going first with this deck is very key, because it allows you to set up instantly. And, yeah, honestly, I'm just gonna sum this up, because everybody knows this. This deck is just flat out powerful, and I see this card going to 2 on the ban list, just to make it a tiny bit less broken, because Konami, again, wants to make some money. But Everybody knows there's some staple side deck choices to side against them. Thunder King really hurts them. Horn of the Phantom Beast, Bottomless, Warning. Like, this deck is compatible, but it is very good because it negates stuff. So, I'm gonna skip. That's it with that. I've already rambled too much. Just know that this deck is very good, and that I honestly see it beating out Plants and becoming one of the top tier decks. Then we have Inzektor. Now, this deck just was recently, has come to life because of Order of Chaos. Like, they just released all the cards for it. And you get a +4 basically every turn. Like, summon this, equip Hornet, detach, get rid of special summon, get rid of, add to hand, make a Zenmanes, do it again. Or I've actually put this in Dino Rabbit, and it was pretty harsh. But yeah, like, basically this deck relies on blowing up your opponent's field and causing extreme damage to them. Now, Song Warning and Effect Failure do hurt these. But remember, Injectors can play a card called Royal Decree. And so can Dino Rabbit. Now, Decree shuts down all the cards that hurt them, except for the Warning and the Change Appearance, and a little bit, what was it? Valor, Maxi, and DD Crow. That's really hurtful. Plus, in the Plant matchup, that hurts them even more, because there are cards that are going to get removed, and they're only out as like an MST, or else they're going to minus. But yeah. This deck, honestly, is very broken, and I don't want to say it's good for the game, but I honestly don't see much happening to it on the ban list because it's new. But you guys gotta watch out for this. I expect this to be a vast majority of Atlanta because it's so cheap to make, as opposed to wind-ups, which actually cost a little money. So you gotta play tour guides. This deck, honestly, I like this deck better without tour guides. Because I can play Mystic Tomato and wreck your face. But whatever, that's my personal preference. Yeah, so watch out for this. Make sure you side accordingly. I wouldn't suggest siding cards like Valor and Maxi because of the different dimension fissure. I was probably saying Deep Prison, but I meant dimensional fissure. I'd honestly side cards. Honestly, Change Appearance kills their beans, man. And also Soul Release, which I know is old and not too good, but you gotta get rid of this Hornet in their card somehow, so you guys will think of it. Then quickly I'm gonna go to the wind-ups. Now, wind-ups, every deck should be at least maining triple Maxi and 1 or 2 Valors. That's what I'm doing. I'm maining 3 Maxi and 1 Valor. That should be enough. Honestly, you don't need triple Maxi, triple Valor to stop the wind-up loop first turn. But of course, if you're unlucky person, then you might want to do that. But honestly, in the wind-up matchup, you just gotta let things